Hi! This week I'll be changing up the format again, hopefully for the last time. In the past two group buy videos, I've had a couple people leave comments about the sets I missed, even though the keycap sets actually fall out of the date range. This is because the video was originally structured to cover ending keycap and keyboard group buys. However, after doing a couple of these videos, I realized that covering ending keyboard group buys weren't actually all that useful, since many of them are limited in stock. Therefore, I changed it to cover starting keyboard group buys so that people can get ready or be aware before the group buy started and have a chance to snag a keyboard if there was a limited number of units. I did consider changing the keycap portion of the video to also cover starting group buys rather than ending group buys, but I thought it was okay and left it as is. Since I received feedback that some people prefer keycaps being ordered by start date rather than end date, I'll be giving it a shot and changing the format to reflect this request. I do have to tap loose ends and cover the ending keycap group buys for this video as well, but if you guys like the format, future videos will focus on starting keycap group buys. For me personally, I like the idea of organizing the video by starting keycap group buys, but while researching for this video, I realized that a lot of these ICs don't include price until much later. I'm always open to further feedback or ideas to improve these videos, so let me know in the comments and I'll do my best to make those changes to make this series better. Without further ado, Domikey has been around for quite some time and are mainly known for producing more budget keycaps, but they recently started to produce triple shot ABS keycaps, which is something that isn't too common in the hobby. Domikey Gift is another set that takes advantage of this, and is a keycap set that features a light blue, white, and pink color scheme. I really don't know why this set is called Domikey Gift, because other than the one novelty design, nothing else in the set really pushes that theme. Regardless, I do think that the set looks really nice and the colors work well together. With this set comes 4 different novelty kits and 2 resin artisans. The novelty kits all feature the same design, but are different in terms of keycap and legends color. I think it's kinda cool because it allows people to have a ton of customization, but I'm also curious why they thought they had to offer the novelties kit in 4 colorways. The resin artisans look nice in the renders, but there aren't any real life pictures of them. Each artisan only costs $35, which is cheaper than the standard resin artisan that is sold in the market. They are also mass produced rather than handcrafted like most artisans are, so that's a big reason as to why they are cheaper. Like the novelties, the artisans don't have any relation with the keycap set name, but they are pretty cute. It might be a bit of a gamble since there aren't any pictures of these artisans, but if they can produce what they have in the renders, I think that they are well worth the money. One thing of note is that the renders of the keycaps on the keyboards and real life pictures appear to be much more saturated than the kit renders. I still think that the set looks really cute, but if you're trying to go for a lighter pastel look, this blue and pink might not be it. Overall, I think that the Domikey Gift may be worth a shot if you're looking for some cheaper keycaps. I am super interested in how triple shot keycaps will sound and feel, so I might pick up a set to try it out. GMK is a keycap set that is definitely not inspired or associated with a specific Hololive character who happens to be well known for saying the exact same thing. While it's pretty apparent to most people what the inspiration was for this set, Cannonkeys has insisted that this set is not inspired by that VTuber for obvious legal reasons. GMK is a blue and white set that features red accents. It is both a Latin base kit and a Hiragana base kit, but for those of you who want to add a bit more personality to your keyboard, you can pick up the Alphas kit. This keycap set also features an extension kit for some support of certain keyboard layouts and a 10-key macro kit called the RAR kit. There's also a novelties kit and a Rama artisan that features the shrimp design. To avoid copyright infringement, this set has novelties that aren't directly associated with the source material, but are close enough where you can still capture the feel. I think that the set looks pretty nice and the colors chosen match the inspiration. I'm not really all that familiar with Gura, so I don't have any complaints regarding these keycaps, but I have seen some criticism for this set because some people feel like the novelties are lacking. I'm sure that the designer would have loved to add more direct references to Gura, but unless they get an official license, it's safer just to go down this route and avoid legal trouble. Perhaps in the future we might get an official Hololive keycap set, but until then, I think that the set is great for those who are fans of Gargura. I've seen this set some time ago on the Momoka website, so I'm not really sure why they're trying to parade as if this was a new set. They could be a new manufacturer, but I'm pretty sure that they've been selling the set for quite a while. Momoka did create a switch that was pretty well received called the Momoka Frog Switch that has had a few versions already, so they do have a bit of a track record for designing a good product. However, for this set, I feel like it's a bit disingenuous to call it a group buy, because it seems like it's been offered as an in-stock item for some time. I think that the set looks fine. The font looks similar to the fonts used by GMK sets, but is slightly off. It's not bad per se, but I do prefer the cleaner look that GMK keycaps have. The colorway isn't really my thing, and I think that it would have been cleaner without the yellow, or to maybe just go for a blue-white or red-white color scheme. I do really like some of the novelties in the set, particularly the Carp novelty. I think it's really well designed and works really well as an ANSI enter key. One thing that I do want to point out is that in one of the pictures on the drop listing, it appears to me as if some of the keys are crooked. It could definitely be the keyboard having crooked switches, but there is a possibility that the manufacturing isn't really up to par. I haven't really seen any pictures from other users using Momoka keycaps, or user reviews vouching for it, so like some of the other new keycap manufacturers, there is some risk if you do decide on entering this group buy. They are cheaper than the standard GMK keycap set, so maybe you can consider giving it a shot. But it does still cost $71.99, which is a nice chunk of change. This keycap set was apparently designed by Hippiotech, a keyboard YouTuber that has really exploded during this past year in the pandemic. The theme of this set appears to be sweets, which can be seen by the cute novelties that were designed for this set. The Novelties kit is really generous and offers a ton of keys for only $40. ISO users might be slightly disappointed though, since there isn't a novelty for the ISO enter key. There appears to be some support for other layouts, as the base kit includes an extra B for Alice style boards, and there is a spacebar kit available, but I'm sure there might be some other niche layouts out there that aren't supported as there are only 3 kits available. Personally, I kinda like the colors, but I do have to ask why that shade of green was chosen for the set about desserts. I'm not a big sweets person, so I definitely could be wrong or missing out on something, but other than some candy, I've never had a dessert in that green color. Maybe if it was a matcha green, it would make more sense thematically, but then it wouldn't match the light pink that was chosen for the set. I have seen reviews from other people that IFK sets have fuzzy or blurry legends due to the fact that they are die-sub keycaps rather than double shot like GMK keycaps. But I have seen stream VODs that Hippio posted on his YouTube channel, and they seem to be alright. It definitely could be that the video quality just isn't up to par, and they are actually kind of fuzzy in real life, so I would take this with a grain of salt. There have also been some complaints about the color not matching the renders, so buyer beware. I think that these keycaps are priced pretty fairly. $110 for a base kit isn't actually all that bad, all things considered. There's currently a massive resin shortage, which has contributed to delays for a lot of different keycap sets. It also probably has led to an impact on pricing, since many GMK sets are now priced around $120 to $135, when before there were plenty of sets that were priced at around $110 to $120. That being said, I do think that it's a really good idea to buy the Novelties kit along with the base kit if you're joining in on this group buy. The base kit itself doesn't really represent the theme all that well, so I feel like the novelties are necessary in order for people to understand what the set is going for. The Novelties kit is priced pretty well anyways, so I do think that is worth picking up. Hippio is giving away 2 base kits for IFK Delight, so do check out his channel and join in if you want the chance to win this set. There's also a 3% discount if you enter Hippio in the checkout for the key company. There's been a couple Egyptian-inspired sets in the last couple months, such as S.A. Ramses and GMK Egyptus, but I think that GMK Pharaoh looks the best out of these sets. GMK Pharaoh is a simple black and gold keycap set with some really cool novelties inspired by ancient Egypt. The colors were actually specifically chosen based off of Egyptian lore, that you can read more about in the Keycap IC or the IC posted on KBDfans. I think that the base kit looks really nice by itself, but I would definitely buy the novelties if you have the extra cash. I really like the scarab design for the enter key, and the level of detail in the R1 novelties is super nice. There's also some layout support with this keycap set, which is always great. The spacebar kit also has an extra B, as well as spacebars of different sizes to support the Alice Arisu layout, and there's a 40s kit for those of you who like smaller keyboards. There's also an international kit for those of you who need those special keys. Along with the different kits are 3 different metal artisans, 2 from Rama and 1 from Thok. I think that all 3 artisans look super nice, and they're all the same price for the US proxy, so just choose whichever you like best. When the IC was initially posted, there were some concerns whether the hieroglyphics and the novelties would meet GMK standards, since there are limitations to manufacturing, especially if you want your designs to look clean. However, the designer did post a more in-depth explanation showing how their designs meet the specs, and the set was approved by GMK. I did have some initial concerns about this set, because we have seen some designers rip off of different cultures to create a set just because they felt like it, or liked the way it looked without doing proper research. I am not educated on ancient Egypt or Egyptian hieroglyphics, and I'm not of Egyptian descent, so I really don't have any authority to speak on this topic. But I think that the fact that they put in so much effort into researching their inspiration shows that they aren't trying to be malicious and are trying to be respectful of that culture. That being said, if you are knowledgeable about these topics and have extra feedback, you can try to message the designer or join their Discord. But to be honest, it also might be too late, as the set has already entered the group buy phase. I don't have much to say about this keyboard because I don't have many pictures to use, but I do think that this keyboard is super cute. It's a shame that the price tag is so high, but if you're a cat lover who happens to have cash to burn, this is a great keyboard for you. The Sunsetter is back by popular demand, and will go on sale on August 28th at 9 AM Pacific time. I do remember seeing this keyboard when it first initially went on sale, but didn't pick one up because I had joined in on a couple other group buys at the time. There were only 100 E-White units and 100 black units on sale during the initial buy, but this time, they've increased the number of units to 350 and lowered the price to $350. There are also a couple limited edition versions of the Sunsetter that will be sold along with the standard edition this time around. There aren't any pictures of these available, but they range from $400 for the Mystery Edition to $1,000 for an all-titanium version of the Sunsetter. If this keyboard is your endgame board and you happen to have a lot of money, you can consider buying these limited editions to show off your wealth to the rest of us. The Sunsetter now offers more colorways in this round of the group buy. There will be 5 different colors for the aluminum version and a polycarb version. Each keyboard will come with a black aluminum weight, but you can pay extra if you want to upgrade to a copper or stainless steel weight. There are also 6 different plate options available, with FR4 being the default option. Each order comes with a hard carrying case for protection, as well as an authentic card with the unit number, which is super cool. I think it's great that Charu Designs decided to bring back this board so those who missed out on the initial group buy have another chance to get this keyboard. Furthermore, not only have they added more color options for R2, but they've also increased the number of units and brought down the price to $350, which makes the keyboard slightly more affordable. The macro column on the left might not be for everyone, but if you're in the market for a 65% board, I think that this is a great option. Just be sure to make up your mind soon, because I'm sure that this keyboard will sell out really fast. After the initial launch of the nice PBT Sugar Plum, Cannonkeys has been working quietly behind the scenes to make sure that their new launch of keycaps will be successful. Although I think the nice PBT Sugar Plum was pretty successful overall, there were some issues with the manufacturer taking the design and then selling them on Taobao for less, which led to some controversy on Reddit. In order to prevent this from happening, Cannonkeys has said that they have secured and strengthened the relationship with their suppliers and factories, using the incident as a learning experience. This time around, they have returned with 3 different sets: nice PBT Black on White with accent kits, nice PBT Elderberry, and Cannoncap's Winter Tundra. These sets are part of Cannonkeys' effort to bring high-quality budget sets to the market and are priced around $60 to $75, which is around half of what a standard GMK set costs. They aren't the most exciting designs, and there isn't a novelties kit for the customization, but it seems like Cannonkeys does want to work with designers to release cheaper sets in the future. I think that this is great, and is part of a positive trend where we've seen more and more designers and manufacturers offering sets at cheaper prices. Cannonkeys is one of the largest keyboard vendors in the hobby, and I hope that as more nice PBT sets are created, the prices for keycaps in the hobby will start to go down. I don't own a set of nice PBT Sugar Plum myself, but I've heard a lot of positive comments regarding the quality of the keycaps. I won't be buying any of the sets this time around, but I am looking forward to what other sets will be released, and might buy one in the future.